Hi, I'm Dave Messersmith with Penn State Cooperative Extension, and I'm back again here with Dr. Terry Engelder. And Terry is, of course, a professor of geosciences here at Penn State University and one of the leading experts on Marcellus Shale geology. So Terry, thank you very much for being with us today. We certainly appreciate your time. The topic for this flip is to have Dr. Engelder help us understand the potential of other geologic formations in Pennsylvania for producing gas. And we've seen a little bit of press recently about other shale formations and the possibility that they might potentially be produced as natural gas formations. So Terry, first of all, is there a checklist of formations that are in Pennsylvania and the Appalachian Basin other than the Marcellus?
Yes, Pennsylvania has been blessed by having a number of layers. These have been known for a long time. These are prospective. The Marcellus is not the deepest of the layers. The deepest layer is called the Utica, which is an Ordovician age shale, somewhere in the order of about 450 million years old, bearing in mind the Marcellus is 389 million years, plus or minus a million years. Then there are other layers that are younger, Middle Devonian and Upper Devonian layers. The next layer up, and I'm going to describe these in layer cake fashion, going from bottom to top. In the Devonian section, there's the Marcellus, then the Geneseo Burkett above that, and then possibly the Middlesex. We just don't know yet, but certainly the Rhine Street has received a lot of attention going up into the section. And above that, there is a shale that's been very successful in Kentucky called the Dunkirk-Huron Shale, and that may be prospective in southwestern Pennsylvania. One of the things that the audience should understand is that these gas shales have been prospected for and successfully produced in West Virginia for some length of time, particularly by Chesapeake, using vertical wells, where 3 or 4 of these shales have been penetrated in the vertical well, stimulated means hydraulically fractured, and then the gas from these 3 or 4 layers all commingled as it flowed up the wellbore to the surface. And I guess the most recent excitement really has been that connected with the Utica Shale. The reason for that excitement, of course, is that the Utica Shale goes from the Appalachian Basin and even spills over into the Michigan Basin, where it's becoming a target for drilling, fairly important target within the last just several months now.
Terry, as you gauge interest from the industry in the Utica, maybe some associated shales, what do you see as their level of interest in that versus the Marcellus currently?
Well, I think the Marcellus will continue to be the driver of the gas shale play in the Appalachians, probably forever. The reason for that, of course, is its thickness, its thermal maturity, and other geological characteristics that make it so desirable. The Utica Shale and the Geneseo in particular, maybe the Rhine Street in western Pennsylvania, will all contribute to the play, but not to the extent Marcellus contributes. And one of the interesting things, of course, what this means is that operators can run horizontal wells in all of these shale layers, and because the infrastructure is already in place due to the presence of the Marcellus, why the cost of recovery of gas from these other layers is not as great, and that provides the incentive for getting into these layers, even though the ultimate recovery might not be quite as large. There are some positive incentives.
Okay, well Terry, thank you. I know that's a question a lot of people have had, and a question that we hear fairly often, so thank you for helping us understand that.
My pleasure, Dave.